You know, when you're dealing with today's complex software, just knowing that something broke isn't nearly good enough anymore. Today, we're going to dig into how you can build a system that not only knows what broke, but why it broke and maybe even how to fix it all by itself. We are moving way beyond simple tools and into true intelligence.
So let's just get right to the heart of it. A tool, well, it's purely reactive. It's kind of like the fire alarm that only goes off when your house is already on fire. A platform, on the other hand, is proactive. It's more like a smart sensor that smells the smoke, figures out it's coming from some faulty wiring, and tells you exactly how to prevent that fire from ever starting. That is the massive leap we are talking about today.
So our goal today is to lay out the complete blueprint for an enterprise-grade observability platform. And the absolute cornerstone of this whole thing, the foundation it's all built on, is a technology called OpenTelemetry.
All right, so here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll start with that high-level blueprint, then we're going to drill down into the specific technologies you'll need. After that, we'll add the intelligence layer, the brain, map out a really practical deployment journey, and finally, see what this all means for your competitive edge.
Okay, first up, the blueprint. Let's really look at the fundamental architecture here and how data actually flows through this intelligent system. So this shows the entire journey from start to finish. It all begins with instrumentation, right? That's where OpenTelemetry gathers all the raw signals. Think of them like the vital signs from your applications. This data then flows into a central collector, which is basically a smart router, sending all the different types of data to the right place. From there, it gets sent to storage and then visualized on dashboards. But look, the most important step is the last one, feeding all of this rich data into an AIOps engine. This is where the magic happens, where raw data becomes truly actionable intelligence.
You know, here's a really powerful way to think about it. If OpenTelemetry is the platform's central nervous system, the spine collecting and transmitting all the signals from every single part of your system, then AI and machine learning are the brain. The spine gathers the information, the brain creates understanding and decides what to do next.
Okay, so we've got the blueprint. Now, let's talk about the actual building blocks. What specific technologies do you really use to put this platform together?
So you can think of the platform as being built in layers, and each one has a very specific job. Down at the bottom, you've got the telemetry engine, which is powered by OpenTelemetry, and it's collecting and routing all the data. Then the storage layer uses tools like Prometheus and Loki to hold all that data. The visualization layer, with something like Grafana, lets you actually see it. And then finally, the top two layers are where it gets really cool. The intelligence layer analyzes the data, and the automation layer, using tools like Kubernetes operators, which are basically software robots, can act on those insights automatically.
And if you want a practical shopping list for your tech stack, this is it. For metrics, you're looking at Prometheus. For traces, something like Yager or Tempo. For logs, you've got Loki or the ELK stack. It all gets pulled together for visualization in Grafana. And for that AIOps brain we talked about, you'll be using tools like Python, Spark, or SageMaker. I mean, this is a powerful, battle-tested combination of tech.
Now, what makes this platform so incredibly powerful isn't just the technical data it collects, things like CPU usage or error logs. The real magic happens when you start to correlate all of that technical data with actual business KPIs, like customer conversion rates. All of a sudden, you're not just observing your code, you're observing its direct impact on your revenue.
And that brings us to, honestly, the most powerful part of our entire blueprint, adding the brain. This is the AIOps intelligence layer, and it's where the platform goes from just passive observation to active thinking intelligence. So what does this brain actually do? Well, it automatically spots anomalies that your team might miss. It performs deep root cause analysis to figure out the why. It can even predict when you need to scale up resources before your users even notice a slowdown. And maybe most powerfully, it can perform auto-remediation to fix problems all on its own.
And look, this isn't some abstract, far-off theory. Check out this example logic. If latency spikes and error counts rise in a specific pattern, the system doesn't just send an alert to a human, it actually executes a command to restart the problematic service. The platform itself is taking action.
So the end result of all this is completely transformative. Your observability platform is no longer just a set of dashboards you look at. It actually evolves into a self-healing control plane that actively manages and stabilizes your entire system for you.
Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds amazing, but how on earth do I actually build it? I get it, it can seem pretty daunting, but the key is a phased rollout. This is not a big bang project. It's a strategic journey.
You start small. Just instrument one single service. Then you deploy a gateway collector to centralize your data flow. From there, you scale out your dashboards and your tracing capabilities. It's only then, in phase 4, that you add the automation and machine learning. And the final and most critical phase is all about people, building a true culture of observability.
And I really have to hammer this point home because it is so important. The best technology in the world is completely useless without the right culture. Observability has to be an organizational strategy embraced by everyone from developers to SREs, not just another engineering tool.
All right, finally, let's talk about the payoff. Why would you go through all this trouble? Because a true observability platform gives you a massive competitive advantage.
Let's just run through a quick, real-world scenario. A new release goes out, and suddenly, your e-commerce site sees a huge spike in abandoned shopping carts. Revenue is on the line.
With the platform, there's no panic, no all-hands-on-deck war room. Your team can immediately correlate the deployment traces with specific data queries and find the exact bottleneck in the payment service. The root cause is found in minutes, not hours or days.
Or how about this one? It happens all the time. A key database starts to slow down, breaching its service level objective. Every single second of that downtime is costing you money.
And this is the incredible part. Before an engineer's pager even goes off, the AI ops brain detects the weird latency. It understands what's needed, and it automatically triggers a scaling event for the database. The issue gets resolved before it ever becomes a major incident.
So really, it all comes back to this one powerful statement. OpenTelemetry is not just another tool you add to your collection. It is the fundamental, non-negotiable foundation upon which your entire modern observability platform is built.
Look, building a platform like this, it gives you the ability to finally understand the complex language that your systems are speaking. So the only question left is the one you see here. Your systems are talking. Are you ready to listen?